from all around Geelong. I'm here to tell you how football is strong. We're the best.
Welcome back to the GDFL Netball Show. Going to have a look at today's games which are coming up. Firstly, we've got North Geelong versus Inverleigh. Thoughts, Donna?
Oh, you're good on your feet. Oh, gee, was that at North Geelong?
North Geelong home game.
Oh, look, I think Inverleigh will be too strong for North Geelong. After last week's game with North Geelong and
East
they
Geelong.
play East,
Yeah,
and
that was a close one.
yeah, I just think Inverleigh have got the strength this year. Like they were good last year, especially towards the end.
Yeah.
And as I said, North Geelong were inconsistent last year, so I don't know whether that's going to play into it. Being at home, that might help them, but I think I'll tip Inverleigh for this one, Fee.
Yep. Terry, your thoughts?
Yeah, I don't know what North Geelong have been up to during the season, and looking at the result on the weekend, and Inverleigh were very competitively strong last year.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If they've kept that group together, that means they're going to be
Forward.
a percentage better.
As far as I know, the young Inverleigh team are ultimately still together.
If that's the case, they've got the consistency over North Geelong, I believe,
Yeah.
at this point.
Yep.
Look, I agree there. The Inverleigh girls last year just missed out on finals in A grade. They have so much potential there. I know that Mandy's not out there anymore coaching, but yeah, I'm going to tip Inverleigh for this one. The next game is Werribee versus East Geelong. And I guess East Geelong again have had a few changes that we know of, and Werribee, they went down last week. Are they going to come back with a win?
Well, you would think so, wouldn't you? Like you think they'd be gutted by last week's defeat.
Yeah.
So you would think that they would try extra harder today. And in saying that, like Nick's out there, and I mean that's a big difference for them too with their goaling. But once again, Terry, you've got that structure of playing to each other's game, and whether they've got that format happening at the moment, where Werribee would still have it from last year.
Yeah.
Werribee,
So, you know.
Werribee without Danny Stewart and Michaela Ward,
Yep.
they didn't play this week. If they're not playing, if
That
they're
makes
not
a
playing.
huge
difference.
difference to that
But then
team.
you've got Mel Bragg potentially, I would assume,
being back to
maybe
East
coming back
Geelong.
into East Geelong. So I'm not going to write off East Geelong at this point.
Yeah.
And I never write off a game with Nicole Traynor playing it. If they get
Yeah.
the ball down the front,
I
put it in
know.
their hand, Werribee are going to be quick off out of the blocks, there's no doubt, and they're going to be strong.
Yep.
But enter Mel Bragg, take out Danny Stewart, Michaela Ward, Belpost Hill beat Werribee. I'm going to toss a coin on that one.
Yeah,
I don't know.
absolutely. Look, it will be interesting, I guess, over the next few weeks, seeing what's happening with Werribee, with East Geelong, with these people who weren't here for last week's games. You know, we don't have all the information of who's been registered in what teams at the moment, and I guess we will find that over the next few weeks. I'll pick Werribee for this one. I'll go with that, but I think it might be a bit of a close game, pending who's playing and pending what's going on.
Yeah.
The next one, Belmont versus Belpost Hill. You know, the Hill last week beating Werribee, I guess two of the top teams in the competition. But Belmont's showing a lot of improvement. Donna?
Yeah, no, I just think Belpo, you've got Sonanu at one end, you've got Kim Martin up the other, and you've got Casey Carroll in the centre.
Yeah.
Like, they're a strong bunch, those girls, and regardless of what's happened before the start of the season, like they'll be still there. They will still be there, and I think they'll be way too strong.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pretty much in a nutshell.
Yeah.
They're pretty well structured. I'd say, yeah, Belpost Hill will definitely win the game.
Yep.
I think it depends on what Belmont gets out of it to improve and enhance their development.
Ultimately, not too many changes in the Belpost Hill team from last year that played in the finals.
Sonanu played.
In the
Elise Du Bois is on board.
Yep.
Elise come across from St Mary's.
Yep.
Young, I keep forgetting this girl's first name, little wing defence that played on the weekend, played for Belpost Hill 5 years ago.
Yep.
And came back after having a baby, but other than that,
So you've got strength there that know each other's games, that have done a lot of the hard work over the last few years too.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think, Belpost Hill get up with that one. The next one, Bannockburn versus Corio. I think this might be a bit of a close game.
Yeah, well, I think Corio will definitely improve from last week.
Yep.
They'd have to, after playing Werribee Central, they'll get their, game together this week or today, and But look, I'm still saying because of the losses of Nick and Sonia and that, I still think they've probably got a weaker advantage. So I'm going to go for Bannockburn.
Yeah.
I'd definitely at this point go Bannockburn, just with the hit that Corry's taken, with Nick and Sonia, I suppose, not being there. And Bannockburn, 8-goal deficit last week, which is 4 turnovers.
Yeah.
Pretty close game when you look at it that way.
Yeah.
I think Bannockburn are going to be pushing the 5th spot as well.
Yeah. Look, Bannockburn last year were one of the teams who definitely there were a few
Well, that
teams
was a prize packet, weren't they?
Yeah,
they were like they sort of started off low and then they went up stronger.
They were,
and it was
and
great.
I guess by last week's results, I was a bit surprised by Corrio's result. But I guess when we do speak to them in a few weeks and find out what's going on out there, who's there, what's happening, that might put a few things at ease. But I'll go with Bannockburn as well. The next one, Winchelsea versus Geelong West. Not looking forward to this one.
Oh, Fee, don't be so down on that. We all have to go through it. Fee, look, your team last week was superb. You've got that fighting spirit, In saying that, if you take it into today's game against Winch, it's not going to be a blowout.
Yeah.
But do you know what I mean? It's not.
I guess we need to go in there with the aims of what we want to do during the game, whether it's how far we want the deficit to be, what each quarter, whether we have those goals and probably set them up. And that's ultimately what we probably do.
I'm sure that Gail will have some realistic targets to make, and then you never know what happens if you reach those targets and make them realistic. And I'm sure Gail will do that. And it doesn't take much to get your tail up and get going if you can sniff victory. Look at last week. 10 goals down and come back. So,
look,
I'd say Winch may have it over you. There's a fair bit of experience with Julia Knott and Amy Worth and maybe one or two others. They're seasoned players.
That's absolutely right.
But set your sights on goals and go.
You need to be realistic about that, and it is that goal setting thing. And the last one for you guys, Anakie versus Thompson.
Anakie.
Yeah. Look, second game together as a team for your A graders.
We're all taking a week off if we win this one.
I don't think that'll happen.
Yeah, look, Lauren Ford, you really got to have a defender that can control her height down there. But then again, if Laura can pot those 17 goals, I think Thompson only scored 17 or something in their last game.
Yeah.
So I am going to be picking Anakie. As I said, you've got some strength in that team.
I certainly wouldn't be writing Thompson off because, like you said, we don't know really where we're at this point. Very, very inconsistent with last week's effort. And Thompson, who knows?
Yeah. Well, good luck, everybody, with your games today. And that's it for today's show. And it's over to Dick and the boys for the footy show.
From all around.